Is this thing on? But what is up, Awaken? Welcome to Awaken's first video log and probably our last one. But I just want to do something a little different today. Keep it fresh, keep it fun, keep it different. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go through the church and I'm just gonna crash some offices. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm doing this off the cuff. I'm just gonna take y'all on a tour. I'm gonna take y'all on a little tour of the church, let y'all see some things. We're about to go into the worship center here. Oh, Jesse's here. Everybody say hi, Jesse. I'm just bringing him on a quick tour. We're in Awaken's first video log, and like I said, probably last. You know what, y'all? Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Just because this is new, I'm gonna bring y'all backstage. I'm gonna give y'all a little peek. Oh, it's dark. The lights aren't on. Where are the lights, Jesse? Oh, got it. This is backstage of Grace's big old stage. There's a whole bunch of useful stuff, some not useful stuff, a whole bunch of extra sound equipment. This is where like the band is back here when they're getting ready to come out and stuff. And then they come out of the stage, you know, or if I'm teaching or Jeff's teaching or whatever, and then boom, you come out right here and boom, you're on stage. Now that y'all have gotten, you know, a little tour of some stuffy stuff, we're up here in the worship center. Hey, by the way, Grace is meeting again on Sundays, so if you're looking for a church to come to on Sunday and you feel comfortable doing that, 9 a.m., come here. In fact, oh, y'all, I'm teaching this Sunday. So, come. Sunday, 9 a.m., teaching on gentleness, something I'm not great at, you know what I'm saying? Jesse!
What's up?
Everybody say hi, Jesse, man. If you guys don't know Jesse Forney, we always shout him out. Well, this is him.
Yep.
He is the dude who makes all of our live stream stuff happen. He's the one who sets up all of our anything tech related, man. When you guys think, oh man, Awaken does lights really cool, they do this really cool, they got cool videos. This man does all of that. Right here. Jesse, we're gonna interview you first here. I'm gonna flip the camera. But I want to talk to a few staff members. Great, Jesse's on staff.
Am I the first one?
You are the first.
No way.
You are the first.
All right.
We can edit it to where you're not first, but we also might not edit it.
I'm good.
Well, you're the editor, so yeah. See, even this man will be editing it. All right, Jesse. Well, listen. A lot of these kids are teenagers. No, all of them. They're all teenagers. You know, and it's awesome that they're coming to Awaken and things like that. You know, but for you, what's your experience? You know, quickly.
My experience being a teenager.
Being a teenager, growing up in church, and if you could give them one tidbit of like, you know, knowing what I know now, here's what I would do differently in my teen years. What would you say?
I would say, I did think about this. I would say just wait. Because I know for me that I beat myself up for things that I couldn't do at the time, that like I could do 3 or 4 years later. Or things that I wasn't at the time that I was later. Like if I wasn't proficient at some skill and I would compare myself to other people, it's just because I didn't have enough time because I'm young. So I'd say just wait. Don't beat yourself up for what you're not because you're really young and you have a lot more time to grow taller, to be a better speaker, to know street addresses, to know actors in movies.
Right.
You have way more time and you'll probably get there.
Man, patience is a Christian fruit of the Spirit, is it not? Man, that's huge. Well, listen, Jesse, that's all we got from you today. What good advice. Like, y'all, be patient. Wait. Everybody say bye, Jesse. Bye. All right, let's go find some other people, man. We might edit this to where we speed through this. We might fast forward it. That could be a cool edit. And save a couple minutes. I think we are going to see if Mark Fair is in his office. If you don't know who Mark Fair is, he's the associate pastor here at Grace. He's awesome. Oh, he's here. Mark, say hey.
Hey.
You know, we're doing a little quick mini video log type of deal for the kids. You know, we want to switch it up because they're tired of hearing me talk. So they want to hear other people talk. So we already talked to Jesse, and I'm crashing offices. So we got a question for you.
Okay.
The question is this. For our young people at Grace, you know, we got a whole bunch that come to Awaken between 13 and about 18 years old. If you look back on your teenage years, and you could give them a piece of advice as to something maybe you would do differently, what maybe would you say?
Yeah, that would be it. So
All right, well, that's a wrap.
When I look back on my teenage years, I have a lot to be thankful for. I'm like super fortunate to have been raised in a church, but not just in a church, in faith. So like when I was going through junior high and high school, I mean, I was walking with the Lord, involved in youth ministry, and there are a lot of things. I mean, I'm just so thankful that I know that God spared me from, and He allowed me to participate in things as far as, I was active in the youth group. We did outreach. We were reaching out to my friends. We were, so I mean, there's a lot of things that, again, it's no pat on my back. I mean, it's just God's goodness in my life. So there are a lot of things that I'm thankful that I let Him lead me through. Honestly, I think the big thing I think I would suggest is to pray more. And it's not about like, I'll say it this way, is that I know that God used me in high school and everything, and even middle school, but yet the prayer is what really changes things. Like I really, looking back, if I had engaged more in like lifting my friends before God, I would have had different conversations with them. Like I would have been expecting God to work in their lives in ways that only He can do. And while I know, when I look back on those years, I think, a lot of my walk with the Lord was because people were praying for me. I know I had a youth pastor that was praying for me. I know I had a mom that was praying for me, and I'm sure my dad did too, but my mom was just a prayer warrior. So those prayers make a difference. They made a difference in my life. And that's what I would recommend is, be talking with God more, but be listening to Him, because there are things that He wants to do in your life, even today, that you're only going to discover as you're talking with Him, as you're listening to Him. And He can do things in your friends' hearts, and maybe even people that you don't know right now. In this season of your life, this is the one window that you'll have that looks like this. So I would say, be talking to God, but be listening to Him, and be expecting Him to do what only He can do through your life. Because, I mean, God loves you, and He loves your friends more than you can imagine. And connect with Him, find out what He wants to do, and then just follow Him.
Boom.
That's probably it.
Boom. That's a sermon in 2 minutes right there.
Well, hey, normally they're a lot longer. So
pray without ceasing, people. We tell it all the time. It's your access to God. It's your line to the wisdom and resources, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Mark. We're peacing out. All right, students. We're going to continue on this venture. Oh, someone just ran. Oh, we're following the person who ran. You already know, guys. If I heard someone running, that means I'm coming to them. We are now entering the office of Terry Bills. Oh, guys, you're getting blessed right now. This is Terry, and that is Terry. Literally, it's Terry squared. Terry is a service dog in training, and Terry is adorable and cute. I'm talking about the dog. But this is Terry Bills. She is part of the operations team here at Grace. She is what I would call the person who does everything. So whenever I have a question, I go to her. And guys, I got lots of questions.
That he does.
But anyways, what we're doing is we're pretty much just kind of asking some church staff, like 13 to 17-year-olds. That's who we got, for the most part. And, you, me, and many of us around here have walked through that stage of life and are, at this point, a decade plus past it.
A little bit more.
What would we say to some of these young people when we look back onto our teenage years that maybe we would do differently that we could help them?
So some of them are like about to graduate high school or thinking about future. So what I chose to do was, I went to community college for like 2 years. It was way too expensive. I couldn't afford it. So I decided to join the Army to use the Army college fund to pay for college, which was awesome. I was going to join for 4 years, get out, and go to college. Not the plan. That was my plan, not God's plan. So I stayed in the Army. I actually retired. I stayed in for 20 years. Loved it. It was the best thing for me as a young adult, because I was a very shy, intimidated young adult at the time, and it gave me the confidence that I needed to be successful in life. But anyway, one thing I did wrong along the way is money management.
Ooh.
I did not do that very well. I did it horribly. I spent a lot of money on credit cards, which wasn't really my own money. Busted the budget. So if I could have learned money management early on, and know that it's God's resources. I mean, God owns everything anyway. So if I could have been a better steward of God's money early on, I wish I could have, would have done that better. Because now, you know, I'm headed into retirement and I would be set up a little bit better than I am right now. So, yeah. Take care of the money. Don't spend more than you make. Save your money.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Y'all didn't know you were here about to get Dave Ramsey.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dave Ramsey, Anthony O'Neill.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Listen, people, even if you're only 15 working a pizza shop job or whatever you're doing, I did that. Save that money. Use it right. Doesn't grow on trees, and it's God, so spend it right. Thank you, Terry.
Bye.
All right, we're on to our next place, which I actually don't know where that is yet. So we're just venturing.
Something, if you actually do want to record me. The thing is no one's going to know who I am, I feel like, anymore, which is fine. I'm completely fine with that. But
Some people will.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah, I've been recording this whole time. Well, for my students who are still tuned in to our Awaken's first and last video log, you are now part of a lunch hangout I'm having with my boy Tyler Shuley. I told you I was just bringing y'all along the ride today. We're not doing anything formal. We're just hanging out. We're giving you the behind the scenes. Tyler just had that salad right there. I just ate some zucchini stuff that my wife made. But we got Tyler Shuley. Listen, if you don't know Tyler Shuley is a longtime friend of the Awaken Student Ministries. He was an intern here for a long time. Look how dirty he is. That's because he just came from work. Because listen, real working folk, it's just how it goes. You got to keep doing life. Work can't be an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to work. Anywho, but he's awesome, dude, and he's back here in York, and he's going to give you guys a little piece of advice as to what he would have maybe done differently in his teenage years.
Yeah, this isn't going to be put together because I haven't really been able to think about how I'm going to say this, but I think the biggest thing for me when I was a teenager was don't stop working on the mask that you put on for everyone else to see.
Ooh.
And I think the biggest, and just get to know who you really are.
Ooh.
Because I think there gets to be a point, it's almost like the old movie with Jim Carrey where The Mask.
Such a good movie.
You know, you get so used to putting a mask on and then eventually it gets stuck and you start to forget who the person is under that mask.
Oh, come on. This is just metaphorical gold.
So, yeah, take advantage of every opportunity that you have to be vulnerable with someone who loves you and to practice taking that mask off. Because the longer you keep it on, the harder it gets to take that thing off.
Dude, oh my gosh. Listen, y'all, we say this all the time. God made you intentionally, knit you in your mother's womb. He knows every single hair on your head. He made you beautifully and wonderfully, so you gotta be you. But guess what? You can't really be you unless you know the one who made you. So y'all gotta know God to know you. Pray up, bless up. H-Town. Downtown. Denny!
Hey.
Dude, Denny, you came in at a perfect time because your boy's filming a little video log for the kids today.
Okay.
For those of you who do not know, this is Denny. Denny's awesome. Denny serves in our Dream Center in a whole bunch of different capacities, mainly up in the Harvest Cafe. He serves every Monday and Wednesday, right?
Right.
And then a whole bunch of other things too. If you ever come to Grace, he's always here, always doing awesome stuff. Denny, say what's up to the kiddos.
Okay.
I'm telling you to say what's up to the kiddos.
Okay, what's up, kiddos?
Bang, bang.
How you all doing?
Yeah. Well, listen, Denny, I've been asking a couple people this question, and the question is this. If you could talk to some teenagers nowadays, and, from your experience as being a teenager, give them some advice as to what you would have done differently when you were a teen, what would you say to them?
I would say, get to know Jesus Christ now. I was 35 years old when I found Christ in my life, and I wish I had found him as a teenager because it would have alleviated a lot of problems in my life that occurred.
Yep. Dude, so you got to get to know him now because tomorrow's not promised.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's just good. Listen, tomorrow isn't promised, y'all. You got to know him today. Denny, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Oh, look, here we are. We're back. This is the tech booth for Grace. You know, this is how they live stream stuff. They run all the sound. Look, Jesse's still out here getting that work. But yeah, man, you know, we've crashed some offices. We've talked to some people. I was going to have some more people, but then they disappeared. I think they were trying to run away because they heard me talking to everybody. But, yeah, you know, Awaken video log number 1 and probably the last. But we're about to peace out. So enjoy the rest of your night. Reminders, August 12th is our next Awaken at Summit Grove. So make sure to come to Summit Grove August 12th from 6 to 8. It's going to be fun. It's going to be games. It's going to be D groups. It's going to be all that stuff. Okay, so August 12th, please come. We'll see you there. And then the last thing is August 23rd. August 23rd is our, I don't know what we're calling it yet, fall kickoff party, something like that effect. But it's going to be at Comer Pond, 3 to 6 p.m. It's going to be an awesome time. Comer Pond is a massive in-ground pond that we can... In-ground pond. There's no such thing as an out-of-ground pond. It's a pond that you can swim in, okay, and do stuff and dive and tackle each other and don't get hurt or we're going to dig a hole and... Just kidding. Love y'all. We'll see you soon.